What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Geometry Dash video, where in today's video I am announcing my next extreme demon that I'm beating in Geometry Dash.
Blood in the back.
It's been many months since I beat Disruption as my first extreme demon, and I am ready for the next one. And this next extreme demon is one that's been on my radar for a really long time. So for my next extreme demon, oh my god, the video's glitching. Alright, so you saw it right there. For my second extreme demon in Geometry Dash, I'm going to be doing Broken Signal by Grax. This is an incredible level. I mean, super duper fun gameplay. The whole theme of this level is you're kind of in like a glitchy, melty computer. And the level itself is a step up from Disruption. So according to the all-rated demons list, Broken Signal sits at the 1,176th mark, which does put it, you know, in the beginner category here. But that puts it many spots higher than Disruption, because I have to scroll down quite a bit to find Disruption, which is at the 1352 spot. And the funny thing about this is that Disruption, despite being, you know, well over 100 spots easier than Broken Signal, actually almost 200, there's almost 200 extreme demons between the difficulty of Disruption and Broken Signal. But when I beat Disruption, it was around the 1190 spot, and Broken Signal is now around the 1170 spot. And when I was beating Disruption, Broken Signal was at like just shy of 1,000. It was a little above the 1,000 spot. So it was in the top 1,000 hardest levels. Now Broken Signal is 176 out of the 1,000 hardest levels, which is really sad, but it just goes to show the number of extreme demons that are harder than Broken Signal, probably up here in like the freaking top 500, I'd say, that are just constantly being created. It's ridiculous, the number of extreme demons that come out these days. We can blame that on the ever-growing obsession with making the hardest levels imaginable in Geometry Dash that the community seems to have in the Big 26. So, with that being said, for this video, we are going to be doing a practice run going through all of the easy parts and all of the hard parts. And you can see here also, I have 27% in normal mode, and I actually just got that because this is my second attempt recording this video, so I really hope it's working right now, but this is attempt 2, and at the end of that, I put in some normal mode attempts and got to 27. But in doing that, I did figure out that Broken Signal here is not really that hard, and it honestly might be easier for me to do than Disruption. So despite being harder, this level is a lot more consistent, and it's less spam, ridiculous craziness based and more just timing based, and timings are learnable. So I actually think this level might only take me like 1 or 2 live streams to beat. And before we jump into practice mode, I guess I should mention that yes, I will be live streaming this level here on my YouTube channel. And in order to catch these live streams, you're going to want to be in my Discord server, because I'm going to be announcing when I'm doing these live streams in the Discord server before I start the streams. So that's the only place that you're going to be able to figure out when I'm streaming, unless you're just going on YouTube and I happen to be live already. But you have to be in the Discord server in order to see when I'm streaming. So there's a link in the description if you want to go join it. I recommend it if you don't want to miss me playing Broken Signal, and you can join, watch me live, chat with me, all that good stuff. So with that being said, let me show you why Broken Signal has been on my radar for so long and why I enjoy this extreme demon so much. So the level starts off with this slow little cube section, and right off the bat, that pink orb that I just hit is one of the hardest timings in the level, because you have to set yourself up for it right there. There's a lot to talk about in the 2% of the level I've already done, believe it or not. So right off the bat, you hit the green orb that was kind of way off over here, and you jump up those blocks. You have to be really early, hit the black orb immediately, so that way you can jump off this block as soon as possible. So that way you can be low when you hit this pink orb without being too far up, because you have to hit it really low or else you jump into the spike. And then the rest of this, ooh, that's a bad checkpoint, man. So really, oh, you see what happens right there? It's very easy to hit the spike if you hit it too early there. So the rest of this beginning cube is kind of just tricky orb timings and whatnot. It's pretty chill. I did not know you could jump up on top of that block right there. Wait, secret path? Wait, hold up. Yo, there's a swag route. I just discovered a swag route. So the way you're supposed to do it is like this, right? You're supposed to go up there and then jump here. I just discovered a swag route. Can you believe it? Maybe we do the swag route just for the swag, honestly. Holy crap, look at that. Oh yeah, dude. And you know the creator thought about that because I did get the speed boost while going above the block there. So then we go into this spider part right here. So yeah, this spider part right here, I just paused right on me dying. But you do the first jump really late so you don't touch the spike right there so you can hit this pad. And then this jump right here, sometimes I have a habit of jumping really late too. But if I show you what happens when I jump really late right there, you just end up hitting that spike right there. So you have to jump at the arrow, which is early on that one. And then the rest of the spider is just a few quick timings right there. Nothing too crazy. Then we got some straight fly before the drop here. And I am notoriously bad at straight fly. Ship is not one of my good game modes, unfortunately. But I think being able to do the flying at the beginning of Disruption prepared me for that. And then we got this tricky UFO right here, which has a lot of timings. Every single input right here is kind of a tricky timing. Although practice mode has helped me a lot, and the fact that it's at the beginning means it's not going to be too bad. We go into this ball section. This ball section is pretty chill, one of the easier parts of the whole level. Again, just a couple of quick timings right there. Spider jumps you got to do there pretty quickly, and then, ooh, I somehow hit that blue orb late, which has never happened before. And then jump in here, hit those orbs late, and then we got this tricky wave section right here. So this wave looks really tough, and the decoration's going crazy during this wave section. However, with this wave section, all you have to do is really listen to the music because the wave timings really sync up with the song. So you go like 1, 2, 3 through there, like bow, bow, bow. Hold up. Bow, bow. You go like bow, 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 bow. Just like that. Spam right there. I messed it up, but I put a checkpoint right there. Spam. And then you just do a little bit more. And then this part, just a few more timings, although not sure what happened there. You got to jump through that portal, I guess, earlier than I did. But boom, boom. Little jump with the robot, and then a couple jumps right there. And this is a hard jump for me just because I'm terrible with the robot. And this blue orb down onto the edge of this platform can be tricky too. There we go, and then we're into this little cube section right here, which is very sync-based, pretty easy for me. This part kind of comes naturally for me. And a little straight fly right there. And then we are into this slow wave section. So this wave section right here, extremely tight corridors, but the slowness makes it so it's not so bad, although I'm screwing it up tremendously right now. Come on. Yeah, just like that. You got to dodge the spikes in here. Spam right there. Oh yeah, it can be a little tricky. Then we get this little pre-drop ship right here. And it's just very tight, but it's not too bad. And then we got the drop here, final part. So a lot of timings right there. Those red orbs had a lot of timings. So you go into this drop right here. These first two red orbs you hit immediately, like boom, boom, and then you jump right there. I didn't hit them immediately enough because I just died. But then you have these two red orbs up here, and you got to hit them in the middle. So the timings are slightly different for all the orbs in this part, but with a few practice runs, they've actually come pretty easily to me. Now, the fact that they've come easily to me does not mean that I'm not going to die over and over to them like that. I imagine this ball section right here is going to kill me quite a bit just because it's still pretty tough. You have to get the timings pretty precisely. And then that blue orb right there, you have to hit just a little bit late. If you hit it too early, you jump into the spikes right there. Little tricky. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. And then a little late on there. Couple orbs right here, pretty easy. Go through the melting blocks, and right there, that spike that falls down is the bane of my existence. And may I just say, this little corridor in this part of the level is so cool because it's like the computer's overheating and it's making the level itself start melting. The ideas that Grax had for this level, absolutely insane. So yeah, it can be a little bit tricky, but you have to see, it's very easy to die to that. So you got to go just a little lower into this UFO. Just follow the indicators very closely. It's not free again. Very easy to die at this UFO. That black orb right there, for some reason, gives me trouble. I want to hit the button before I actually reach it, and I just end up jumping right into the spike right there. So jump, ba-boom, boom, 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 boom. And then late, you have to jump a little late in those portals right there. If you jump right when you touch the portal, you just jump into the spikes, but if you wait too long, obviously you die too. A little bit of delay on those jumps, and then a little robot section right here. Fast spider jumps, and then we're into this little ship right here. This ship actually acts as a bit of a breather because you touch these dash orbs and it's pretty easy. And then we do have some tight straight flying after the dash orbs right here. Come on, can I touch the dash orb, please? I have to correct myself a little bit there, I guess. But this straight flying is easier than it looks. Doesn't give me too much trouble most of the time. This is actually killing me more than it has in previous practice runs. So yeah, that part's not too bad. Pretty simple ball section right here. Just a couple of jump timings there. And then we're at the mirror portal ending, which sucks because there's a lot of orb timings in here. Right there, those orbs right there. These pink orbs you gotta hit late. This blue orb you gotta hit immediately. This pink orb you gotta hit later than I did, because I think I hit it too early and died to the block right there. And then this blue orb you gotta hit just a little bit, like kind of in the middle, so that way you don't go down too early and fall into the block here. But if you hit it too late, you'll hit this pad, and then you'll go too far and you will miss this pad. Oh, dude, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you hit the black orb, but you don't get the jump. Even though I'm holding the button long enough to get the jump out, I don't really understand what causes that. And unfortunately, this is right at the end of the level, and I haven't figured it out, so it might cause some problems in the future. All right, a few more orb timings right there. And then, oh no, dude, if I die like that, that's literally the last difficult jump of the level. Second to last input, because you just hit a dash orb at the end, and it's the freest thing ever, but... No, dude, if I die to those spikes, I'm gonna cry, dude. Oh, there we go. That is Broken Signal right there. That ending is definitely gonna kill me. I think I'm definitely gonna die at the mirror portal part. Sick end screen right here, by the way. This level's amazing, though. Super fun gameplay. I freaking love the gameplay. The song bumps, I mean... I love the Disruption song, but sorry, Broken Signal wins on the music, dude. So that's Broken Signal by Grax, and this is going to be my second Extreme Demon. I've had my eyes on this level for years. Ever since I saw it, I was like, this is a bucket list Extreme Demon for me. I've got to do this at some point. And something I really love about this level that made me really want to do it at some point is the fact that the level doesn't follow your traditional generic Extreme Demon themes of like Hell theme, Red theme, stuff like that. But even more so, besides the theme being unique, is the fact that Grax is the sole creator of this level. This is not a mega collab. The fact that Grax made Broken Signal makes it feel a lot more cohesive as a level, and it makes it feel less like I'm just playing another generic Extreme Demon mega collab, but that I'm actually playing like the vision of Grax here. Like, this was his vision. So I'm super stoked to be doing Broken Signal by Grax here, and make sure you guys are in my Discord server so you don't miss when I stream it, because this level might take me one live stream. I don't know. I find that the consistency that I have with this level is really high, and I could just have a crazy fluke in my first live stream. You never know. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed and you want to see me beat this level, and subscribe if you're not already. But that's gonna do it for today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.